BC, what's going on? Yeah, it's been a little bit, a couple weeks. Thought I'd make another video. These are all going to be finds from, I've had a video like this before with the half-price books. I know most of you guys have a half-price books, but not everybody. They have a sale twice a year here, one in Arlington, one in Dallas. And it's like all their overstock. They got books, movies, you know, DVDs, CDs, records, obviously, and nothing is over $2. All the records are $1. They used to be 50 cents, but they raised them to $1. So every single record I'm gonna show here was $1. Some have, you know, torn covers and stuff like that. But for the most part, I got some pretty good deals. I mean, I can't even tell you how many records there are there. I mean, it's crazy. I don't know where they keep them, but it's 3 days. And I don't know if you can hear right now what we're listening to, but it's the Fast Times at Ridgemont High soundtrack. I don't know why I didn't have this. It's a fantastic, one of my favorite movies. Got a little chunk missing off the back there, but has my favorite Jackson Browne song, which we're listening to right now. Kind of looks like my uncle too. Spicoli looks exactly like my uncle, which is crazy. A lot of good stuff. Don Henley, Sammy Hagar, the Go-Go's. I mean, I'm not even going to go into it. Just a great soundtrack for $1. I couldn't pass it up. It's in great shape too. Next, I've wanted this for a while, but always looking for a nice, well, it's a good copy. The boxes, you know, kind of like when you find All Things Must Pass, you know what I mean? But Concert for Bangladesh, this was a concert that I think it was pretty much George Harrison. He's kind of credited with it, but Clapton plays, Dylan plays, Billy Preston. It was in Madison Square Garden. I think there was like 2 different concert venues, but this is a 3 LP album. Very cool. It also came with this pretty cool book with pictures and all kinds of cool stuff. So yeah, it's pretty neat. Play, you know, some hits. Each person plays like 3 or 4 songs on the album, and yeah, it's pretty neat. Next, I was surprised to find this. You don't really see many newer records at the sale, but when I bought this, I really didn't think about it, who these guys were. And then I got it home and put it on. I'm like, how could I not know that song? Everybody knows that song. Well, I think so. They have a hit song, How You Like Me Now, which I'm sure you've probably heard. It's been on commercials and TV shows and video games and lots of stuff. But these guys are from England. It's like I had British rock. I don't know. I'm gonna give you a taste of How You Like Me Now. This is their hit song that they had. So check it out. That was The Heavy, so I think most of you have probably heard that song. Next, I couldn't believe when I really saw this one either. You never know what you're going to find in these boxes, it's crazy. I actually didn't have this one. It's one of the only albums by this band I did not have. That's the Doors' first album, just self-titled. Let's see here. Obviously, Break On Through to the Other Side. Light My Fire. Backdoor Man. I mean, terrific album. I know a lot of people don't like the Doors and the BC, which is kind of odd to me. I really don't know why. I like the Doors. Let me know your thoughts. Maybe why you don't like the Doors. But yeah, that was a nice pickup. As if I didn't need another copy of this, but this one was actually, the cover's kind of, you know, ring wear and stuff, but the vinyl is actually pretty nice shape for, I might have to Frankenstein it with a couple other, I mean, this is like my fifth copy of this. This is the Beatles White Album. I'm not going to go into detail about that. You guys all know about it. Next, it's a band called Smith, and the album is called A Group Called Smith. Gail McCormick is one of their singers. They have a guy that sings too. I can't remember which guy in the band sings, but yeah, pretty cool group. This is their debut album from 1970 something. But their hit song was actually a cover, Baby It's You. I think that was like originally a Burt Bacharach song, but I think most people know it from like the Shirelles and stuff like that. But yeah, they have a good version. I think they actually sold like 1 million copies of this record or something like that from what I read. But I'm gonna give you, yeah, I'm gonna give you Baby It's You, let you listen, and maybe you've already heard it, so here you go. So that was Smith. Pretty good, not bad. Next, Waylon Jennings. Obviously, there's a lot of country in those boxes at Half Price Books, but they're not all that great. I love Waylon Jennings. This is one of his early 70s albums. I think it might be 1970. I pick up any Waylon I see, really. They're all listenable albums. I think the hit off of this was Brown Eyed Handsome Man. So yeah, another good one from Waylon. This one will throw you off a little bit, I think. I don't always listen to, techno music, but sometimes I get the urge to listen to techno music. And I'm kind of a trance guy, I guess you could say. And yeah, I got Paul Van Dyke. Between him and Paul Oakenfold, they're the two that I would gravitate towards. So that was pretty nice. Sticking with the country, going back to the country thing. This is John Prine's second album. You can see a little bit of damage right there, but the vinyl's in nice shape. This is Diamonds in the Rough. Yeah, nice little album from John Prine. I don't think it's as good as his first album, but his first album is so good that it's kind of hard to live up to. But there's still some good songs on here. Yeah, I'll give you a listen. Let me know what you think. I think I played just the first song. I think Everybody is the track. So let me know what you think.
While sailing on the ocean, while sailing on the sea, bumped into the Savior. He said, "Pardon me, said, Jesus, you look tired. He said, Jesus, so do you. Won't you sit down, son? Got some back to chew. See, everybody needs somebody that they can talk to. Someone to open up their ears and let that trouble through. Now you don't have simple five old cars they may do, but everybody needs somebody that can talk
to. All right, not too bad. John Prine there. Next one, had to get some jazz in. This is Bobby Jasper and Herbie Mann. Flute Flight. That's on the beautiful Prestige label, one of my favorites. So side one has Herbie Mann, Bobby Jasper, Tommy Flanagan. The second side, Bobby Jasper, Tommy Flanagan, Doug Watkins. So Eddie Costa on the vibe. So nice little album for a buck. Original Prestige. Can't pass that up. This is a later Ron Carter album. I haven't got a chance to listen to it yet. So looking forward to getting into that one. I just haven't had time to listen to that one yet. So 1976 on Milestone. This is a, I think 1973 Yusef Lateef. This is Hush and Thunder. It's an okay album. Some of his Atlantic stuff is hit or miss for me. But I'm going to give you a track here. I think it's actually a Duke Ellington song, Come Sunday. It's the first track on side one. So let me know what you think. Here's Come Sunday, Yusef Lateef. Alright, moving on. Another, I guess you call it jazz. I mean, I guess you would, but the beautiful sitar player, Mr. Ravi Shankar. This is on World Pacific. It's just Sound of the Sitar. North Indian classical music. So, yeah, always cool. Not always in the mood for Ravi Shankar, but when I am, I find myself playing like 2 or 3 albums just in a row, you know what I mean? Yeah, nice little pickup for a buck. This next artist I've been trying to get into more when I find his stuff. This is like a, double compilation album here. Mose Allison. This is those, you guys have probably all seen these Prestige, I don't know if it's early 70s or late 60s, like comp albums they did. They did quite a few. I think, yeah, it's once Fantasy Records bought them. They're trying to, capitalize, make some cash, doing these comp albums. So, yeah, nice stuff. He has a lot of songs on there. A lot of his songs are shorter, it seems like. Next, we got Ella Fitzgerald, Misty Blue. Just another nice album from her. I don't think this album's going to blow you away, really, but I'll let you have a listen here. This is the title track, Misty Blue, so let me know what you think.
Oh, it's been been such a long, long time. Looks like I'd get you off my mind. Oh, but I can't, just the thought of you turns my whole world a misty blue. Just a mention of your name turns the flicker to a flame. I think of things we used to do, then my whole world turns.
All right, moving on. Yeah, love this artist, Stan Getz. This is just the best of Stan Getz. Nice gatefold album in really nice shape. So for a buck, couldn't pass it up. Not sure if that's his family on the front cover, but nice looking family if it is. So I'll have to look into that. Next, I try not to ever pay a lot for this band because I always find them really cheap. So this is a Chicago 13. Not sure if a ton of hits were on this album or not. Street Player, Must Have Been Crazy. I don't know, maybe you guys know. I'm not sure if they had any major hits off this one, not the ones that I know a whole lot. Next, another, I think I showed this in my last video, but I found another one. This is the University of Texas at Arlington Jazz Orchestra. This is 1983. I can't remember which one is the other one. But yeah, nice little jazz music. It's not going to blow you away. It's all students, college students playing, but yeah, very listenable, very enjoyable. Yeah, good stuff. I'm always trying to complete my Beach Boys albums, and yeah, this one helped me get there. I've never really seen this one too much in the wild. This is MIU. It's like their, 20-something album, but this is when they started to kind of go other ways. Dennis Wilson had started to kind of pull out a little bit, but so this album is mostly Brian, Al, and Mike Love for the most part. But I think it's produced. Yeah, it's produced by Al Jardine. Recorded actually at the Institute, MIU, Fairfield, Iowa, and at the Brothers Studio in Santa Monica. So it's kind of recorded all over. They got some covers on this album. Peggy Sue. I'm going to give you the hit off this album, I guess you could say, the one that charted the best. That's Come Go With Me. You guys mostly heard that song. But, they do a nice rendition of it. This album would be, I'd probably say, for the Beach Boys completist, which I 100% am. And yeah, it's very nice to have. This is on the Reprise label. So take a listen. This is Come Go With Me.
Dum 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 whoa 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 whoa. I love dum 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 won't let me baby I'm busy I need you darling so go with me whoa 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 whoa.
Next, we got the debut album from Eric Burden and the Animals with some of the new music they did. That was a nice find as well. I always see the Animals. I never really see as maybe it's just me. I don't really go to a lot of record stores, I guess, for the most part. But yeah, Winds of Change, Painted Black's on here. Cover Painted Black, I guess I should say. Nice album from them. I still like the Animal stuff better, but next is another one, Greatest Stan Getz, but this is different tracks because this is on the Royal Roost. So just a nice compilation again. For $1, can't pass it up. Next is a group called the Headhunters. This is soul funk, more funk, I guess you could say, but this first track, God Made Me Funky, has been, I guess, sampled a bunch by hip-hop songs and stuff like that. Maybe if you hear it, you'll agree that you know some hip-hop songs that sampled it. But it's like 9 minutes long, so here's God Made Me Funky, kind of a nice little cool album. Yeah. I forgot to mention that was produced by Herbie Hancock as well. Next, I don't know why I didn't have a copy of this, and I probably could find one, a nicer copy for not much more, but for $1, Bob Dylan, John Wesley Harding. It's a 2-eye pressing, mono. Yeah, nice album. I mean, I have to say I probably am a Bob Dylan completist as well. You can see a little damage on the cover there, so not my favorite Bob Dylan album, but still enjoyable nonetheless. Yeah. I was really shocked to find this. I only have one other album by these guys. This is the Electric Prunes, Mass in F minor, and kind of like the Beach Boys album, you know, this is kind of the album that they kind of broke up on. I think halfway through the band kind of broke up, and you know, they just kind of finished it off. But yeah, good stuff from the Electric Prunes, garage rock, composed by David Axelrod. So yeah, very, very cool. I guess it's kind of, yeah, psych a little bit, you know, but mostly garage, I would say. It's a nice album from them, not one of their best, but still nice. Next is an album Michael Fremer showed at some point, and it's been on my want list for a while. It's not an expensive album, but you know, I didn't want to buy it online and pay for shipping, because then it makes it an expensive album. So found this for $1. Sound of Jazz. Kind of a highly regarded album, I guess, but yeah, kind of older, you know, jazz music, not any of the newer stuff, or the 60s stuff that, you know, Coltrane. But Mal Waldron plays on here, Jimmy Joffrey Trio, Red Allen, Billie Holiday, Count Basie, and then they have guest artists, you know, Ben Webster, stuff like that. So yeah, very cool. This is a nice 6-eye pressing in beautiful shape. So yeah, the jazz is actually really nice on here. If you like, you know, a cool jazz, I guess you could say. Definitely not a bop album. So very, very nice. I was really shocked to find this in there. I've only seen their stuff maybe once or twice, and I try to always pick it up if it's not too expensive. But this is the Silvers. This is their second album, The Silvers 2. Very cool cover too. Kind of, I don't know if you can see how shiny it is, but yeah, soul funk. Very, very nice. I'm gonna give you a track off of here. Which one am I gonna give you? Oh, I think they're hit Stay Away From Me off this album, the first track on side 2. So, here you go. Let me know what you think. kind of like earlier, I really did not need another copy of this album, but for $1 and pretty decent shape, I couldn't pass it up. Sgt Peppers. I'm not going to mention anything about this because everybody knows about it. Next, we got Best of Sam and Dave. I think I had this at one time, and I think I actually sold it to Brendan at My Friend Morrissey. I think I had a promo copy. I can't remember. Let me know if I'm right, Brendan. But I have a couple other albums by them on stacks. This one's on Atlantic. Hold On, I'm Coming. Something's Wrong with My Baby. Soothe Me. You Got Me Humming. Can't You Find Another Way. I mean, lots of hits on here. Love Sam and Dave. Soul music. R&B, I guess, as well. This one was nice too, on the United Artists label. For $1, the Spencer Davis Group, Greatest Hits. It's probably all I need from them. Give Me Some Lovin', obviously is on here. I'm a Man, Somebody Help Me. Don't Want You No More. You know, Spencer Davis Group. Very good stuff. And last, but certainly not least, I don't know if this might be his 3rd album, maybe, or 4th. This is Warren Zevon. Bad Luck, Streak, and Dancing School. Love Warren Zevon, especially his first album. First 2 albums, really. I think this is his 3rd album. I don't know. I have to look it up. That's why I don't research. I just kind of come on here and talk. The song I'm going to give you is A Certain Girl. That was, I think, the hit off of here, and it's very enjoyable. Like I said, not my favorite from Mr. Zevon, but yeah, there you go. Take a listen.
I can't reveal her name till she's mine. What's her name? I can't tell you how. I've tried to make her time and time again. Still we're introduced as nothing but friends. There's a certain girl I've been in love with a long, long time. What's her name? I can't tell you how. There's a certain chick I've been sweet on since I met her. What's her name? I can't tell you how. I can't reveal her name until I get her. What's her name? I can't tell you how. Someday I'm gonna wake up and say, yeah, I'll do anything just to be your slave. But there's a certain girl I've been in love with a long, long time.
Alright, BC, that's it. I'm out. That was the Half Price book sale. I think it's been probably 3 weeks now since I actually went to the Half Price book sale, but been working a lot. Halloween, kids, life. You guys know how it is. I'm trying to make updates when I can. Hope all is well. Still watching your videos. I'm really trying to. I watch a lot of videos. I don't comment as much as I should, and that's a travesty. So I'm trying to. Drop me a line as well, guys. I love it when you guys comment. Been watching a lot of cool videos everyone's been doing lately. Been really getting into Mr. Mazzy's channel a lot lately. Man, he makes a lot of videos, but they're enjoyable. I just kind of put them on when I'm at work and listen to them, and yeah, it's very enjoyable. I should do a whack-a-mole one of these days. But anyways, hope all is well, BC, and take care. Until next time.